Since COVID-19 began in 2020, the cost of living in America has surged nearly 28%. Food, housing, insurance, energy, almost everything costs more. And for millions of Americans, one question remains: was inflation ever really contained? Tonight on Spotlight Business Report, we investigate what may happen next and why the next 5 years could reshape the American economy. Spotlight Business Report, data-driven, fearless, fueled. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck, the global economy nearly froze. Governments responded with trillions in stimulus spending. Interest rates fell to historic lows. And consumers suddenly had enormous liquidity entering the system. At the same time, supply chains collapsed, factories slowed, shipping costs exploded, and demand came roaring back faster than production could recover. By 2022, inflation in the United States reached levels not seen in 4 decades. From March 2020 to March 2026, consumer prices rose nearly 28%. That means something costing $100 before the pandemic now costs roughly $128. Many economists now believe America may be entering a new economic era, one with structurally higher inflation. Why? First, massive government debt. The U.S. now spends enormous sums simply servicing interest payments. Second, housing shortages. America underbuilt homes for years, and rents continue pressuring household budgets. Third, geopolitical instability. Energy shocks, trade conflicts, and global supply chain fragmentation all raise costs. And fourth, labor. An aging workforce and labor shortages continue driving wage pressures across the economy. Even if inflation slows, prices themselves usually do not fall back down. That's why many Americans still feel financially squeezed. So what could the next 5 years look like? The best case scenario, inflation stabilizes near 2%. But many analysts now expect inflation closer to 3 or even 4% annually. And that matters enormously. At 4% inflation, prices rise another 22% over 5 years. Today's $6,000 monthly expenses could become $7,300 by 2031. For investors, the inflation era changes everything. Historically, inflation favors productive assets, but inflation punishes idle cash and fixed incomes. One wild card may change the equation entirely: artificial intelligence. If AI dramatically boosts productivity, inflation pressures could ease. But if productivity gains fail to offset rising costs, America may remain in a higher inflation world for years to come. The inflation battle may not be over, and the economic decisions made over the next decade could determine the financial future of an entire generation. I'm Richard Anton, and this is Spotlight Business Report, data-driven, fearless, fueled,